Good morning, broadcasters, and welcome to another feature of 360 Seconds, the latest news and commentary for broadcast professionals. My name is Mark Sintikov, and I'm here reporting for TKT 1957. Let's discuss the latest technological news with our respected expert, Philip Grossman. Do not forget to subscribe and leave a like below. Tag Video Systems is set to introduce several new capabilities at IBC 2024. Philip, would you mind sharing about your highlights about the solution?
Yeah, so Tag is one of the first multi-viewer companies to really produce a product that's all software driven. In the past, they were very hardware driven. They were very limited by the number of IOs. They've sort of set the standard for software driven multi-viewers, which I think is fantastic. And their tech is really providing a lot of end to end for customers as we go from the studio environment all the way to production, to output, master control, to distribution. Two of the things that I saw in their announcement that are interesting. One is, I think it's needed. It's a role-based security model, so they're increasing security. One of the issues a lot of times with multi-viewer solutions is they're expecting it just to be a few engineers to manage and monitor, and everybody sees the same thing. We've realized in the world today, as we have larger and larger broadcasts, we have people spread all around the world doing different levels of monitoring and review, that you really need sort of a roles-based solution. So I think that's a fantastic thing for them to be adding to the solution. And then the second one I thought was interesting. So as a background, multi-viewers are to help us sort of see what the status of the signal is. Is the closed captioning there? Does the color look right? Do I have black frames? Those kind of things. Well, they're now adding sort of a heat mapping functionality to help the end user really start to determine maybe root cause analysis, or to figure out what's going wrong with their signal. So that just speeds that process up. And because they're software based, they're able to add more and more things like this. So I'm happy to see these additions being added. I'm going to definitely swing by their booth when I'm at IBC.
Fantastic. And another innovation that we're hearing about today is Shotoku Broadcast Systems, who are showcasing their latest advancements, specifically with the robotic camera systems at IBC 2024. Philip, what do you think stands out about these individual products designed by Shotoku?
Well, the one thing that I really liked about their press announcement is the things they brought forward. They didn't talk about AI. Now, technically, I think some of the things that they have in their solution could be listed as AI, but they didn't tout it as AI necessarily. A lot of organizations use robotic systems. It's impossible with the number of cameras and different angles to have camera operators in the studios, and the studios are getting smaller, so it really makes it a smart investment for organizations to add robotic camera pedestals. One of the things they're adding is the sort of you call it facial tracking, but I think they refer to it as centering. It's going to make sure that if somebody's in a studio walking back and forth, that the camera always stays centered on that individual's face. So it's a technology that we've seen in a lot of other products. I mean, Apple has it on their phone, and you're seeing it on Android phones, but it's great to see it sort of tied into a system like this. And then the second one, again, sort of falls into that same realm of artificial intelligence, but they have a pedestal that also not only keeps you centered left to right, but also has the ability to raise up and down, keeping that shot centered. So it allows for a studio to be more dynamic, to have their host be able to move. So it really plays into the sports market, I would imagine. You're not going to see it necessarily in news, but sports, I think it's a fantastic thing for them to add into the system.
Awesome. And the last piece of news that we would like to discuss that IBC saw as a highlight is Blue Lucy. Blue Lucy are launching the debut of Bolt, and I believe that this is a very interesting innovation. Philip, what advantages does Bolt provide over traditional methods of accessing content?
Yeah, so I think what's happened in the sort of the content management arena over the last 10, 15 years is we've had lots and lots of systems, and every organization and sub-organization sort of picks their own solution. And so now all of a sudden within my organization, I may have 2 or 3 different solutions to content. The Blue Lucy's Bolt appears to be a solution that sort of as the name I think it implies, it bolts on top of your existing solutions and has all the connectors to connect to all of these different systems. So enabling sort of that single pane of glass across all of the various systems. And providing some level of workflow. Now it will be interesting to see how it eventually rolls out. I couldn't get a lot of details. I'm assuming this is a cloud-based offering. It would be great if they make this sort of an on-prem offering as well, because some organizations, there's some content they just don't want in the cloud. So if they could do that, or if it does that, that'll be wonderful. Of course, I'm definitely going to stop by. Content management, asset management, sort of what I grew up on when I started working, and so I have a passion for it. So to see what the various solutions are available to end customers and how they can really speed up the process as we just continue to make more and more content in all of our organizations, it looks very interesting. I'm excited to go and see what they have.
And I will join you at doing that. Many thanks to our expert Philip Grossman. And don't forget to continue on the news we discussed. See you next Monday at the same time. Before we outro and finish this specific feature, we have some unfortunate news we'd like to share. We'd like to show our condolences and support for Pax Moore, one of our broadcasters and live members whose father has unfortunately passed in the past week. And so on behalf of TKT and everybody in the organization, we show our fullest condolences and support and appreciate everybody who's a part of the TKT 360 Seconds vision as one family. Philip, once again, thank you, goodbye, and see you at IBC.
Bye-bye.